So I just went to go see the new movie Weapons, and if I'm being honest, and trust me, I've had some time to think about this, that movie was so ass.
I'm Mr. Body Catcher, Slaughter Gang Soul Snatcher.
Okay, it wasn't ass. I was just saying that for dramatic effect. If Weapons popped up on your TV right now and you asked me, is this a good watch? I'd tell you, yeah, you'd enjoy the movie. But if you're like me, a person who watched the trailer and thought to themselves, oh, a fresh horror concept, we haven't had that in years, you will be surely mistaken. And who knows, maybe I didn't understand the movie correct. Someone told me it was a deeper meaning behind it about weaponizing your children for politics, and maybe, I don't know, but given the end of the movie, I'm not too sure about that.
We're talking about 17 kids in one classroom.
So right off the bat, we're thrown into the world of Weapons the day after the 17 kids went missing. And we pretty much get the same information we got from the trailer, except this time they add that it was 18 kids in total and 17 went missing. And then that's when we're introduced to Alex. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the movie threw me off a little bit there. Cause for me, it kind of took away from the mystery. And it kind of made me question why the town was upset with the teacher, because I mean, if she had some influence on these kids, then why didn't she have some on that kid, you know? Also, the kid was moving mad sus, like leading up to the kids going missing. Or actually, now that I think about it, if anything, he was too chill for what was going on at home. Like, his parents pick him up every day after school. The first time they didn't, this man just walked home. And he just continued to do that. He didn't let no teacher, nobody know. And the crazier thing, no teacher even asked him about it. Like when I was in school, bruh, if I made a fart noise, I was getting pulled out in the hallway. And my teacher would ask me, Donnie, is everything going all right at home? And I'd tell him, no, I haven't ate in like 2 weeks. But I had to stop saying that for obvious reasons. But yeah, I think they should have been on the kid more than the teacher. Like when his aunt came into the school, like there should have been a full-blown investigation right there. But to be fair, that man Wong did try. And I know people like when a trailer doesn't spoil too much information. Like not telling us about the aunt, that makes sense. But I'm telling you, the minute they say that Alex was the only kid left behind, my first thought was, oh, well, Alex, he has something to do with this, right? Or like he would know something, right? Like no one thinks it's weird he doesn't have one friend in the class, like something like that. I don't know, call it nitpicking, but it really narrowed down the mystery for me.
You haven't contacted them.
Now, I feel like before I even go any further with nitpicking this movie, I should say, this movie was scary as hell. Like, there's a lot of really good jump scares in this movie. Like the bed scene, that made everyone in my theater jump. But the one that personally sat with me the most was the scene when she was sleeping in the car and then the mom came out with the knife. Bro, that scene was like psychological claustrophobia. Like, I genuinely felt like I was in the car with her. And overall, Aunt Gladys' character was low-key terrifying. We gotta wait for her alleged prequel to come out, but for right now, I give her a B-. Because I walked in wanting something scary and a new idea. And honestly, I feel like they delivered with Aunt Gladys. 8.5 on the scare scale. But in terms of this movie overall, in my honest opinion, I think it is a 7 out of 10 at best. And I say that because of how they went about this movie. Okay, so all the heat is on the teacher, okay? Everyone thinks she has something to do with all but one of the kids going missing. So she gets a bright idea to follow the one kid, follow him to his house. She then goes on to trespass onto the house. She does all of that and then falls asleep in a drunken state in front of his house. Teacher, by the way. And this all kind of happens within the first, half hour of the movie. So by now you know that the kid is kind of sketchy. And that just goes into taking away from the mystery. But we're also introduced to a character named James Anthony. And no joke, I thought this is the dude from Kicking It. But they honestly kind of look alike, so I mean. I do think he was the GOAT of the movie because obviously he found the kids. But the way he found the kids. I understand he was playing a junkie, okay? Junkies don't be really using their head. But you mean to tell me, out of every house he could have chose, he chose the house at the end of the block? Now, I'm not a homeless junkie, nor have I ever broken into a house, but isn't that like the last house you would choose? Like, I guess I shouldn't be having those type of expectations from him, especially with how he was reacting to all the weird shit in the house.
That's fucking weird, huh? Holy shit. What the hell was that all about?
But him breaking into that house felt slightly lazy to me, and that was really my only nitpick with this character. Besides that, bro is the GOAT of the movie. And to be honest, he brought some comedy to this movie that I think actually worked. And comment down below, do you guys know any other horror movies that implement comedy and it actually works? The only movies I can think of that I've watched in the most recent years, I would say Blink Twice. Gotta put Longlegs on there because it's fucking Nicolas Cage. And then The Lighthouse, which really isn't funny, but watching two men get drunk and driven into insanity, it can be a little funny. And I would add this movie to that list if it wasn't for that ending. Because let's be real, that shit was anticlimactic as fuck. And it's not even how Aunt Gladdy went out. Well, that's definitely part of it, but I heard a few laughs and I think that's what they wanted out of that scene, so I'm not gonna bash that part so much. When this movie ended and the credits started rolling, you cannot tell me your first reaction wasn't, oh shit, the movie just ended. Like, my boy Alex has 2 lobotomized parents now. 17 kids just murdered an old lady, and the principal is dead as hell. And the movie is it's just over. I also forgot to mention, that cop 100% has AIDS now. And yeah, this movie wasn't a shit show. It still deserves a watch. But I do think the trailer I think it served a different movie. I feel like the trailer makes you think, oh, something's going on in this town. This town's like cursed or something. When in reality, it was just some weird shit going on with the kid that we didn't even know was in the movie. So yeah, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. It was an alright movie. Another thing I forgot to mention. Shout out Thanos. He played a big part finding the kids. He did more than the cops, I should mention.
Forgive me for not going home to have a good night's rest. And why did you look for my fucking daughter?
I wish I could find the scene, but obviously I can't. But in the scene, Thanos gets help from the teacher finding the house. And Thanos on the map has these lines meeting to the one house, but it is not at all in the direction where she points. I don't know if she was like close enough or if that was just like a filming error, but I remember questioning that scene too. But to be honest, that's pretty small. I'm only remembering it now making this video because, you know, I could squeeze in a couple more seconds. But the movie has been out for quite some time now, and like all my videos, this is gonna be a late drop. Lately, I've been thinking about streaming Rivals on Twitch. I'm always saying that I'm gonna make it to Grandmaster each season, but with season 4 coming out, I truly feel like this might be my season. So if you're into elite gameplay or occasional verbal assault, you should tune into that. And yeah, I think that's all I got. Y'all be smooth, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.
You can see it, Maraga!
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.